What's up, everybody? This is Billy Strange with Inside Sim Racing, bringing you another test drive in RaceRoom. And this time, I'm taking out the Audi TT RS VLN at the Nordschleife VLN version. 30-minute race. Already did qualifying, qualified 8th. Again, using the adaptive AI. And let's just jump into it. Alright, rolling start. Bit curious how they kind of walk away from you in the beginning. That's odd. Anyway, again, done the adaptive AI. Again, you want to race about 2 or so races. Use qualifying. The first race, you're definitely going to be much faster than they are. Second race, they're going to get a little quicker, and then by the third race, you should have some pretty good competition. And the more you drive with them on that track, the better it's going to find what skill level to put those AI for you. This guy going into the turn, hopefully. There we go. So I know there was a little bit of people being, not everybody, but some were perplexed about this version of the TT. It's got more horsepower than the 2016 or 2015. I've got a guy on the inside. Better watch that. And then more aero work on the body. Try not to break him. Oh. Definitely not letting go of the spot, which is good. It is easy isn't the right word, because you really have to know how and where to push it to get the most out of the car. But you can definitely make some good lap times once you get used to it. Oops. Should have left it in fourth. And as far as I can tell, this version of the TT is only for the VLN version of the Nordschleife. I don't see where this car races at any other track. But the improved horsepower, just to give you kind of a baseline, I did a lap around the Nürburgring GP course. This guy's right on my rear. He got a good run. With the 2016 version, and then did this version, the VLN version, and I was approximately 6 seconds faster with this car without doing any setup tweaks or changes. So it is definitely a faster car. Again, RaceRoom was one of the few sims I actually enjoy driving front-wheel drive cars with. And this car is not afraid of the curbs. You can hit them pretty hard. Utilize them to turn the car if you need, depending on your driving style. I'm losing a little ground here. Definitely a more momentum-inducing car. Try to let the car roll as much as you can. Don't do that. Or you overshoot the corner and let the guy behind you get a run on you. But utilizing the whole track. Oh boy. Oh! Whew. Thank you, front wheel drive. That's about how you, that's about the only way you're gonna save something like that. That front wheel drive, I just turned in the direction I wanted to go and stabbed the throttle. He moved over on me. Quite aggressive. Whoops. He being distracted. Shift down to 5th there because it seems to pull a little better because this is uphill. I like how the AI kind of gets sideways. They don't look perfect. They're not making these perfect lines, but they are quick. Go. I was pushing him coming out of the turn. Let me have it. Oh, wow. Nice. Whoops, wrong gear. You can attack the curbs pretty good. Nope, stay in 4th. I could see this being a great car for like spec racing. Come on, turn. Got enough power, but the front wheel drive part definitely introduces something different. Like I said, rolling the momentum with this car. You can be aggressive with it, but you're not going to get the best time with the car. You hear the car get light and struggle for traction. We're going to get about 4 laps out of this 30 minutes. We can get the draft. I don't know if we're close enough. I took a click of wing out of the rear just to give the front end a little bit more presence, really, going through some of those turns. Softened up the rear sway bar just a hair, and then towed out, rather, sorry, the rear wheels. It's just going to help rotate the back end of the car. Now, if you're a person that likes a lot of rear brake, that may not be the right option because it may over-rotate. I'm not sure where this guy's going to brake. Going to have no room. Now we're in 8th. Anyway, if you like to run a lot of rear brake, I don't suggest putting toe out. Oh, too much. Lost my braking point. But anyway, you can. It's possible to get too much rotation in the back end and it'll make the car unsettled going into the turn. But I have some front brake bias in the car. and it seems to work well. And along with the downforce of the car, having that tow out in the rear because it's a front wheel drive car, you can get the car to rotate on throttle. Those front tires are digging, and the back tires are just rotating just enough to let you get on the throttle sooner. Messed myself up. Too deep. Be careful touching that, that was almost English. Touching that raised rumble strip dot, whatever you want to call that, in the chicane there. I've actually tipped the car over doing that. And I also commented last time in the KTM video about damage. You can damage the car and total it. It just takes a lot. And I managed to do it with this car. Just trying to catch back up, so I'm concentrating. This corner always catches me out because it just gets increasingly tighter. Then I can never figure out what gear I want to be in. I'm definitely not an expert on the Nordschleife by any means. I've done plenty of laps, so I know my way around, but there are plenty of guys, well, Mark in fact, that really know their way around the Nordschleife and can get a lot out of the car. Like this push-pull with the AI. Oop, didn't want to let me shift down. There are spots I'm definitely faster in, like this section, but then there are other spots, like when we jump onto the Nordschleife, that I'm not quite as quick. Definitely caught up some there. Key is not to get too ridiculous through here. Curb. Definitely a fun car. I really like it. Could be a full throttle turn, I'm not sure. Just attack that curb. Come on. Stay out of the grass. Just try to use... Oh, this one catches me out. Got lucky. I applied enough brake that the back end stepped out. Really not the fastest way around the turn, though. All the road. Oh, damn it, I'm really not gaining anything on him. Not close enough for the draft, which is not good. But the straightaway's so long, at least I can see everybody. I guess that's a plus. Drifted close to that wall. That is the fastest lap I've ever done. Slow down a little too much. Kind of hoping these guys mess each other up here. Some of these turns just require patience. Almost got a slowdown penalty on that one. Up here, break in between just before the 50, start turning a little early, then you can get on the power. Brake a little early again, dive for the inside, just keep turning, about 2/3 the way through the corner, give it throttle. This turn you can give it throttle sooner than you think you should. Stay in 5th, don't lift, just turn a little early. Utilize all that road. Brake down in the 4th, back in the brake again. You're leaving in 4th all through here. That's really a good rhythm section. Down in the 3rd if you want to. Just feels better with the gear braking and everything for me to run into third. That's a flat out turn. If it starts to push too much in the center, just roll out just a hair. If you've got it set up like the car set up like I do, just that little bit of rollout unloads the suspension and allows weight transfer onto the nose, which will allow the car to rotate. Roll out just a hair, just what I talked about, just allows the car to rotate, and then brake really hard. Just leave it in fourth. It will slow down. You will make the turn. And then get on it nice and early. Blind turn, so it's a little on the difficult. Brake, turn, roll out, and then stab it, and then brake again. Oop, too deep. Again, it may not be the fastest way, but if you need to help the car turn, those curbs are pretty useful. Roll out, down to fifth. Wait for the car, stab it, and then down to third. And when it lets you, pardon, when it lets you, joking. Third gear again. Except try to hit the apex, unlike I did. Flat foot, turn early. Just don't hit the curbs because it'll bounce the car out. Roll out, use the brake and the throttle at the same time. Downshift, roll out, back in the brake again, downshift again. Just keep a nice tight arc. Almost like you're diamonding that turn. Down into fourth. This one's, I haven't quite figured out how I like to take that turn yet. Roll out early, maybe just a dab of brake. Again, I haven't figured out if I like third or fourth gear in that turn. And all this is just reference. This is just not necessarily the fastest way to do this, but it definitely will help you get around the track. Brake early. Just stay in fourth gear. Third gear may be a better option, but every time I switch to third gear, I almost instantly run out of gear when I get back into throttle, so. And if I remember right, I think the ratio is spec. You might be able to change the final drive. I don't really remember, but I know you can't change the individual gears as far as the selection goes. This is all flat out through here. Like I said before, I like to lift and just do fifth gear. It seems to pull a little better because you are going uphill. Don't lift here, just turn a little earlier. Use the curb for braking marker. Just keep turning, about that shadow, stab the throttle. I am running at noon, by the way. Where it juts out, hit the brake again. Apparently, don't shift down too early, otherwise it gets angry. And then through the carousel, I like to put my left aim and put my left side tires on the tarmac or asphalt part. Car seems to get through there a little better. We're gaining just a little bit. Try not to overdrive through here because this is so easy to make a mistake. And I know the fast guys are really hauling through here, but for me, it's so easy to make a mistake. I feel like that corner should be flat out. Oh, playing in the grass again. This one can catch you out too. That corner just, you're going downhill and you pick up more speed than you think you're going to. That turn right there, right, it's really tricky. Go through here. If you don't lift, you have the possibility of damaging your engine. It will over rev. Try not to touch the curb, because then you can flat foot it. all the way through here. Again, small inputs, try to be as smooth as you possibly can. I know on this track the car's dancing around, but if you can be smooth, you're really gonna gain some time. A little bit of brake, hard on the brake. Still haven't figured out how I like to take this turn. Definitely not like that though. Again, I usually try to aim the left side tires on for the tarmac, and I completely missed. All that time I gained. Crap. Pulling that left front tire down. Wow, he ran on 832. Hopefully you enjoyed that look at RaceRoom's Audi TT RS VLN on the Nordschleife VLN circuit. That AI, the adaptive AI, definitely putting up a challenge. This was my third race, and like I said, about your third race is really where you're going to start to notice they're putting up that challenge. If you don't want them that challenging, you're going to have to run another race, and it'll keep adjusting to where you're at. So probably the best implementation of adaptive AI I've seen, and it makes for a great offline experience. Again, if you liked the video, please click that like button. Also hit subscribe if you want more RaceRoom and other sim racing content from Inside Sim Racing and myself. You can hit up isrtv.com for all the latest in sim racing news. You can follow me on Twitter at strange_Billy. And if you're on RaceRoom, I do run the competitions. You can friend me, and then we can compare times. So it's under Billy Strange. You should be able to find me in there. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.